it's a little before 7 a.m. Me and Donovan getting ready to get out of here, and we're gonna go meet up with one of his friends, and he's gonna take us turkey hunting. So, see you on the trail. All right, so Donovan just spotted a tom. We're gonna try and sneak up and set up we didn't really get too far into the trail. So we're gonna sneak up and set up and see if we can't take him. We're gonna try to sneak up the backside of this ridge and set up the decoys. So Donovan got the shotgun just in case I miss. Hopefully I don't miss. All right, guys, so no luck at the first location. We're gonna head to another location now. It's kind of like not out of season, but it's pretty late in the season to be turkey hunting. So we still trying to look for some of the ones like that are still horny.
Get back my truck.
See a predator, I mean, they can just book it into the creeks and be out of there. One of my dad's friends who has who lives out there, they tear up his yard, so occasionally he'll have us come out and we'll walk the property.
Take the shot. This. You got this. You got this. Slow. Patient. Jam.
All right, what's up, everybody? Cannon Hotep, back at it again. This time I'm out here in Arroyo Grande?
Arroyo Grande.
Arroyo Grande, California. I'm here with Donovan Loomis. He was generous enough to invite me out here to his ranch for some turkey hunting, and we had a hell of a day. I'll tell you about that. But how you feeling?
Man, I'm feeling a little tired after all that running around chasing turkeys in the mountains today. That was we kind of chased them up and down.
Yeah, man. Look, hunting out here in California is not for the weak. I'm gonna tell you that much, because it's just mountainous. I mean, we were like legit like hiking up some serious grades chasing after these turkeys, and it just let me know how much out of shape I am. I'll tell you that much. Anyway, but like I was telling you earlier today, I'm interested in the history of this ranch. You know, why don't you give us a little rundown on how this came into your family?
Well, my great-grandmother was orphaned at a young age, and one of her relatives took her in, and he was like some kind of banker up in San Francisco. Most of her family, possessions and stuff, got lost because it was a big family. Parents died, and there was the earthquake in the early 1900s. But he helped her get educated. He helped her by financially investing for her, so that when she would come of age, she would acquire, some buildings and properties. So she took that. Wasn't an uncle, it was just like a distant cousin, but he provided her with some investment capital, and then they used that to buy this property right here. What we were hunting on was actually kind of the last land that's still intact.
That's what, Tar Springs?
The whole ranch was called Tar Springs Ranch because, The reason it's called Tar Springs Ranch is we actually have literal tar bubbling from the ground all over the place. I'll actually take you over to my grandpa's redwood forest tomorrow, and we'll walk by the tar pits.
Okay.
The tar from those tar pits was used to pave the roads of San Francisco right after the earthquake. And then some genius decided to invent asphalt, and it was no longer needed. So because of that, that's kind of how the place got its name. And that's, like I said, that canyon is pretty much the last intact area. It's owned by, I think, 30 some odd family members, and like no one can really sell it. There's chunks of it that can be sold, but that's kind of the last remaining part.
Gotcha. So, how did you get into hunting?
Well, I mean, my dad said I was pretty much hunting before I was born. He hunted with my mama when she was pregnant with me. But I was probably going out with my dad when I was like 2 or 3 years old. Then he just stick me right in the middle of the Jeep and don't move, and drive around or whatever. And then when I was about, I think, 7, my dad got me my first Red Ryder BB gun, and I hunted a lot of little Tweety birds with that. A lot less once my dad made me start cooking them. My mom's like, I ain't cooking them for you. You got to cook it yourself. So blackbird actually tastes pretty good, a little strong. Blue jay, not a fan. But yeah, so just started from there, and then got a 22 when I was, I think, 12. And when you're 12, you can start deer hunting.
Okay.
So I got my great grandfather's gun, and I hunted with that. And so I'd hunt squirrels, I'd hunt quail, turkey, dove, deer, just doing that with my dad until I went to Korea, because after that I spent 13 years not hunting, because there is hunting in South Korea, but it is so difficult. I mean, it's probably easier to get a concealed carry in America than it is to get a hunting license over there. I mean, it's just ridiculous. So now that I'm back, I'm starting to get back into it, like remembering what it was like to hunt, how to hunt. I mean, there's just so much that I've forgotten over the 13 years. So just kind of getting back into it.
Gotcha. Now, you said that this is a nonprofit.
Correct. So currently where we are is 300 acres that belongs to Fort Hope. Fort Hope is an organization created by my father in the early 2000s, specifically to help disadvantaged children and their families come out and experience kind of cultural, historical things like gold panning, archery, fishing, cornhusk doll making, candle making, butter making, feeding animals, collecting eggs, feeding the chickens, all those different kinds of things. So we've probably helped close to, I think my dad was saying, like almost 7,000 kids, I think, in the last 20 years.
Okay.
We help, fourth grade elementary schools, come out here for a day. We've helped the children from the homeless shelters, the Big Brother, Big Sister, pretty much every single community service that helps kids has brought their youth that they help out here, and then we kind of serve them. So in some regards, Fort Hope is a space where these organizations that are working directly with kids can come and better serve the kids that they're serving.
So that's interesting. So almost like Boy Scouts almost. Some of the stuff that they're learning. It's like old trades from back in the day.
Yeah, I mean, you're not necessarily going to learn any skills per se, but you're going to experience things that you probably would only experience if you were in the Boy Scouts or Girl Scouts. But instead of it serving one very narrow group, it's pretty much, you got kids, we'll take you.
Gotcha.
And we'll, host you and, provide everything you need. We'll get docents, we got the whole kind of like full service. So in some ways we reach far more than we would if we had done our own program.
Mhm.
Like, okay, we're going to help a certain group of kids. Well, it's great, but that's only going to be 20, 30 kids a year.
Mhm.
You know, maybe 600 kids over a lifetime of 20 years that it's been going. But because we're able to help every organization, we've touched thousands of kids.
Now, I wanted to bring this up because I was shocked and I was surprised at these seasonings you made.
Oh.
That chicken, let me tell y'all, he made some chicken the first night I got here on the grill with some seasonings he created. Fantastic. I mean, it was so fantastic I had to buy me some. So why don't you tell us how you got into that?
So, you know, just so your audience knows, I spent the last 13 years in South Korea. And right around 2014, there was not any good bacon to be had in South Korea. Like, nothing. So I was like, man, you know, people have been making this for thousands of years almost, or at least a version of it. I gotta make me some. So I found a tutorial, I taught myself how to do it, and it was so much better than expected. 2 years later, I had mastered my bacon recipe. To the extent that I had a friend who at one sitting ate 1.5 pounds by himself. Anyway, but to answer your original question, so my fiance, who was also my business partner, was like, Donovan, your spices are amazing. Why don't you try coming up with some that we could sell? So we came up with 3 flavors. One is kind of like a Korean spicy red. Another is a green rosemary based. And then there was black pepper. But each one is, I designed it so that it would replace your entire spice cabinet.
That's something it definitely can do, especially that red.
Oh, yeah.
That red one can replace all the spices I got in my cabinet ASAP. I mean, holy shit. So when you season that chicken, that's all you used was just that, right?
That's it.
I mean, it's fantastic. You'd have thought he marinated this chicken in some shit and then seasoned it real good and then threw it on the grill. I mean, that's how good it tasted. Like, I can't wait to get home and throw this on some ribs or throw this in some fish batter or something. It's going to be fantastic. I'm telling you guys. You need to find Donovan on like Twitter or something and say, hey, how can I get some of the seasoning? I promise you won't be disappointed in it. I promise you won't be disappointed. It is fantastic.
Thanks.
I was like, damn, this chicken tastes good. Like, it's fantastic. I'm telling you guys. So, like I said, hey, Hotep, Uncle Hotep, I'm telling you, you need to get some of these seasonings, bro. It's on point. You know what I mean? Papa Hotep, I'm telling you, get some of these seasonings. It's on point. I can't wait to get home and try it. So, anyway, Donovan, I'm having a wonderful time out here. I mean, it's peaceful, man. It's peaceful. This is the type of stuff I like right here. Like, I'm always in the city hustling and bustling every day, all day, working. Just to come out here and just to be in nature, like the way this is set up, it's fantastic. I love stuff like this. You know what I mean? But anyway, we're probably going to end it right here. But be on the lookout for another vlog where I guess we're going to live stream tomorrow, talking about our turkey hunt. So today wasn't so successful in the fact that we didn't catch a bird or didn't harvest a turkey. However, we've seen quite a few, so we know where to go tomorrow. I wanted a challenge in using my bow. I came really, really close.
You were so close.
Really, really close.
So
but
close.
I didn't. No cigar, no dice. So I think I'm gonna just go ahead and put the bow down tomorrow and use a rifle and just get it done. But it won't be the last time I try using my bow to hunt a bird. You know. But anyway, for Donovan Loomis, Cannon Hotep saying, stay safe, stay well, stay strapped. Buy some of this man's seasonings because I'm telling you, you're gonna love it. We'll holla at you.